Let's try. Alright, let's go out here and go to sleep and get started. Maybe some of that maybe I'll wake up and my trash will be gone. We're over 5 mil. Don't know what we got wrong, but evidently we got something wrong. It happens every once in a while. Hey, rather than gaming, thank you very much for joining. Oh, wow. We need to go in here and fix this right here. It's not that one. It's that one. Need to make it a tad bigger, don't we? Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. All right. We're going to go ahead and see if we can jump in here. You got your name posted with us as our newest subscriber. Thank you very much for subscribing to Big Tex Gaming. We're going to go in here and see what we got coming up for today. Cargo type, truck, and rail. So let's make sure we got everything shut off. Make sure our airplane's turned off and ready to go to the shelf. That's good. Make sure our boats are shut off. Yep, they're shut off. Let's try not to have no mistakes today. Alrighty. Here we go. $139 subscribers. That is great. We have a record of 692 boxes. We're wondering if somewhere along the way we will hit 700 or break the record. We'll just have to wait and see. I did not know that OBS would save your previous layouts. So, I'm going to be in the process of creating other layouts throughout the year. Then when that time of the year comes along, I'll just load the layout and I'm good to go, instead of loading the layout and having to work with it. So we didn't know that. We tried to Streamlabs the OBS. It looks pretty interesting. I haven't played with it enough to determine if I want to use it or not. But we clear everything out at the end of the night. So we're starting with fresh with a 0 box count. Now, why I clear out truck and rail when they run sometimes day by, I don't even have to clear out truck or the ones that are not approved, but I do because I want it to be a true record starting the day with 0. And Shelby was here to witness when the record was broke. If I had enough subscribers and stuff to have memberships, I'd have gave her a free membership just for being here. If I could figure out how to do it. Now that's something else I got to figure out how to do. But anyway, and the donations, I found out you do Streamlabs OBS, they don't require you to, to have so many members and stuff. You can automatically have donations. Where YouTube, you got to have so many followers and so many hours watched. So I don't know. But as you can see, I have 2 stations over here inspecting. I got 1 station back in the corner over there inspecting boxes from the first 2 doors. But they're just taking off rail and truck and disregarded boxes. Everything else, from this end, it comes back this way because it don't have no labels put on them. But we got everything loading up. That's what we want. The record's usually broke on Tuesday or Wednesday when I release all the boats or release all the airplanes. And I do not hold them back. Some people will hold back their stuff that's on the shelf as long as they can, and then they release it so it'll look like a record. I don't do that. My records are true, starting from whatever it sends through, and I zero out everything at the end of every night. But we got a new follower, or a new subscriber, put it that way. Picked him up, I believe, during either Farming Simulator or Bank Simulator. But we told someone that we would play Schedule 1 tonight, so that's what we're going to do. We decided to come in early. This is usually the last stream I use at night. But since I told them I'd do Schedule 1 tonight, I decided I'd do it before I'd done Schedule 1. $208 boxes. It's 300 and something, probably. Rejected boxes are just coming right on through. Don't want to get hit by a box. And right here is like where I kind of like to get. That way I can watch the big board. And I can see if anything's getting jammed up. I love this game. It took me I just kept improving and kept improving and kept improving. Now I am very, very pleased with what I have. I put the launchers right close to this. It will launch them over the inspection machines in front of it. Now, the first set of inspection machines are taking care of what's coming from the other end of the building that needs stickers or whatever. The second one set is inspecting what comes out of this door and the boats and rail, I believe, out of this one. Or no, I think it's boats and airplanes that are going through. And I'm pulling rail and trucks. Yeah, that's what it is. And I appreciate it for the likes. I appreciate all the subs. Appreciate y'all taking the time out to tune in and watch me play these games and see what I've got set up. Because I play a little differently than everybody else. Right here, as they come through here, I got these two linked together. They get their little sticker if they need it. If it ain't got no sticker, if they've been inspected. Then we got our excuse me, rail that comes off. Then we got our trucks that come off. Then we got our boats that go to the racks. Everything's color coded. Green means that it's going somewhere. Red means it's being rejected. Purple is airplane. Gold is rail and truck. So we're just waiting on these last few boxes. Got 416. All the boxes have come off of here, come off of here. We'll go over here and wait, be sure we ain't got no more coming, which I don't think we do. Get 6 more boxes there. We'll get 2 boxes here. 2 boxes here. Boats didn't run. Planes didn't run. Got 8 boxes coming there. And 3 here. Alright, for a grand total of 436 boxes. And we have got one that messed up. Now, what was it? Inspection sticker missing from Parcel. Well, blame the machine. Because this thing has done several days with 0. So I know it works. There's just a mistake made somewhere by the machine or something like that. 5,300,000. Wowzer. Oh my God. If I gotta pick up this trash, I'm gonna ask for a raise. Hey, every dollar counts. I'm on my way to 5 mil. See what runs today. Airplane. So we're going to go down here. We're going to turn this on to allow the airplanes just to go straight on through here. Turn this off so they don't go to the racks. Turn this on. Let the airplanes start to flow through. And off we go. I stand here, I'll get nailed by a box. So I like to hang around on this end of the building to make sure none of my airplane gets jammed up. But I am Big Tex, and I call it Big Tex Gaming. There is a Discord if the link hasn't disappeared. And the Discord should have the same name as me, but it don't. I think it's under DJ underscore Big Tex 1959 underscore CML. I think that's what it's under. But if you want the Discord, get in chat, tell me. I'll go copy the new code and I'll put it in chat so you can hit on it and join the Discord. In fact, let's just go ahead and get that over with, and I'll put it in there right now. All right. I'll get that in there right now. There's the Discord. Now, why the chat alerts ain't working again, I don't know. They worked during the last game. Oh, shit. That's weird. How sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't. Let's see. I want to go in there and put in this other link too. Well, I was going to. There it goes. And this here is for any donations that want to be made. So we'll get that in there. Alright, now let's get back in here and y'all watching what's going on. The airplane's just about unloaded, but it's got a jam up over here. That's why I stand over here. $112. Yeah, it was working fine during the last game. And now it ain't working during this one. So I don't know. Let's see if it works now. Nope. I just don't know. It has a malfunction somewhere. Malfunction junctions. For some reason, I'm not getting the, what do you call it, alert. when somebody says something in chat, so I'm just going to have to start looking over a little more often, I gather. Sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. And it's funny because if I log in with OBS now, it says upcoming. And if I log in with the Streamlabs deal and then log in with OBS, then it says live. And if I log in with with Streamlabs little deal first, it still does the same thing. So, or if I log in with one and then the other, I don't know what the hell's going on. Crazy software and their glitches between each other. I guess, I don't know. 288 and counting. Chugging those boxes right on over. Yeah, some people, I figure when you sub, I know you subbed because the name would come up. Or what's funny, it come up in there, but when they subbed, it's supposed to pop up as a big notification. That didn't work. So I don't know. $352. All airplanes are going this way now since the shells are unloaded. $384 when the doors alarm went off. I'll put it that way. So when the doors close this time, what's in the warehouse is in the warehouse. There goes those three down. I got one other one. That's it. What's in here is in here. The last door closed was $384. Whee! Damn boxes are going. Get a lot of rejections. 416. Might get 500, 550, maybe. I'm thinking more like about 520, maybe. Low 500s is what I'm thinking, maybe. Last box is going in the machine, big old white box. So when we see it coming out over here, make sure I don't get nailed by it. There it comes. That's the last of it right there, that box right there. Where will it go? Looks like it's going to airplane. Yep. So all we got to do is wait on this box. And we can grab our count out of this door. There's 10. 374. There's 378. Woo, 14. 492. There's 15 more. And the airplane don't run tomorrow, so you turn this one off. And wait a minute. Yeah, that one off, that one off, that one on. That'll send them to the shelves. So we're at 507. I said low 500s. There's 2 more. That's 509. And 15 more. 524. Well, let's go to take a thief. No mistakes happen that day. It's just weird on some days how it happens and some days it don't. Now we just got to run trucks for a couple of days and let the shelves build up. Then we might get a shot at that record. Well, I completely missed the trash can. Okay, today it's just next 2 days are going to be truck. So I got to shut off the rail right there. So to load the rail on these 2 green shelves, shut it down. This one is set up, turn it off there so it don't go in, it'll send them right to the racks. The boat's already shut off. So we need to go down here, turn this off so all the rails will stay on these racks. Here we go. These next 2 days ought to be pretty small. I think that chat alert has something to do with the way I'm logging in. Is what I'm thinking. Because sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. But I will jack with that and test that tomorrow. Yeah, these next 2 days get kind of boring after running all the other boxes. All you can do is watch the shelves. Hope like hell they start filling up. Watching the boxes over there on the airplane to make sure they're not going nowhere. No, they're not. They're staying stuck right there. See, I turn on the stop on that on the conveyor. It sends them around and right on the shelf. I love the way I got it set up though. There's one guy that he thought I went and took and let everything stay on the shelf and then just run it all. Nope. Not sure I got enough rack space to do that. But I did have to add another rack to everything in here. I had 4, I had 8, and now every station has got 10, except for the very front end, and it has 2 because it only does rail. Well, we got 2 shelves full in the boats. Oh boy. Let's see here. We got a little something going on. Ha 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 ha. Oh boy, these guys are crazy. They're having fun though. Enjoying my Discord. But anyway, we got 160 boxes and we're just running trucks. Cool beaners. I was sitting there last night thinking about the old days of going to my grandparents' house and stuff. I'm full of stories, but well, maybe one watcher now. I was going to tell it, but if they're going to if they're going to run off, well, But anyway, I went to their house and I turned around, went in there, and we was watching Johnny Carson. My grandmother and grandfather always liked to watch Johnny Carson. Well, that night, Burt Reynolds and Raquel Welch was on there, and I'm a kid. I'm in the sixth, seventh, eighth grade, playing dominoes, right in front of the TV, all of us. And they interviewed Burt Reynolds first. After he was out there, well, then Raquel Welch come out there, and she sat down, and she had this cat with her, and she had this cat in her lap, and Johnny was talking to her, and then asked her, about her cat, and Burt Reynolds kept looking down at the cat, and looking at her, and looking down at the cat, and Raquel Welch looked over there and looked at Burt, and she said, "You want to pet my pussy?" And all of a sudden, when she said that, Burt Reynolds grinned and said, "You move that damn cat, I will." Man, my grandfather busted out laughing. My grandmother got a smirk on her face, and she said, "Turn that TV." She said, "Oh man," my grandfather just busted out laughing. He thought that was the most hilarious damn thing. Fill them shelves up. Yes, sirree. Seven 272 when the doors close. Yeah, people are bouncing in and out and in and out. Sometimes they do that when they come over to the stream and they'll look at something and they're playing their game and they try to see if they can hey duplicate some of the stuff I'm doing. More power to you, brother. I think everybody, if I'm able to help somebody, I'm tickled. Maybe you can incorporate it with, you know, what you already have, something that I've got, and maybe it'll help you. But the name of the game is keep the boxes flowing. If the boxes ain't flowing, you got to do something to get them flowing, because that's where you get your count. As long as the boxes are moving, the doors will keep opening. The doors open, the boxes keep coming in. All we really got to do is this door down here. Clear this one out. I believe that's it. I don't see no more coming this way. So we'll take those four. Take those 8. We'll take those 9. And we got to run one more day just like this with a low box count. Of course, really, running trucks only, not a bad box count, 350. $97 correct, 257 incorrect. I knew there was a lot of incorrect going through there. $39,668 made. 5,400,000. All right, cargo type, one more time. This is Sunday. So we got to run it like it was one more day. See, this down here pulls off truck and rail. It checks it. If it's good, it keeps it. If it hadn't been inspected or no sticker, it sends it down there to get an inspection sticker. That's what goes on right here, because I got a truck and rail and a disregard. Disregard goes out the back. They come in on the over there if they got a good sticker on them. It comes to here. This one will direct rail straight ahead. This one and over here will deduct trucks straight ahead. That's why I have to have rail shut off over there. Then if they don't have a sticker, they come out this way over here, go back, and go down there to get their sticker. This here comes in. It comes in and just starts going straight into the machine. And you can see I got this belt back here. It is taking everything that comes out of this door. These other boxes coming through here, see, they're just road and rail. It all comes off here. Everything else goes straight. Planes and boats go straight. Road and rail come out and get inspected. I've had other ideas. But hey, if I'm gonna get 600 boxes, I'm not jacking with it at all. Yes, I love my Dr. Pepper. But after this Dr. Pepper comes tea. I try to drink 2 Dr. Peppers, 2 waters, and 2 glasses of tea a day. That's my fluid intake. Boy, I ate some of that chicken Alfredo my son brought me. Whew, was good. Now tomorrow, the next day in the game, I'll be opening up these racks to go along with everything else. And the boats and the planes will still keep building up. Boy, sure hadn't been a lot of airplanes come in. I like lots of airplane boxes and lots of boat boxes. Yep, another small day. Yeah, let's run them boxes through here. we still got a ways to go. There goes the truck. There's another truck. And another truck. And another truck. There goes the rail. Sometimes that thing works beautifully. Ha. It's just something. Sit there and watch. The way they go down through there and turn and hit the conveyor, then poof. Kind of loading up the rails now. Still got one shelf here and here. This one's working on being full. Load it up. $207. You know, I thought about putting a background in behind me, but the frame I thought was cool enough, and you can still see what's going on. It don't really disrupt nothing. That's why I chose this layout. Some of them have all kinds of crap, but I thought this one was pretty cool. Load them up. There's something about watching something that you put together. Boy, that old candle smells good. That pine scent. Ooh, man. I love pines. I think we went somewhere when I was a kid, and I remember we went and got a cabin, and the cabin was off in the woods. There were pine trees everywhere, and the room we stayed in was a log cabin. I mean, it was sweet, and I wish I knew where it was. We went because I'd like to go back there. Just because the smell of the wood inside that cabin, and then the pine outside. Then we had a little fire going. I mean, it was just awesome. Long as I live, I'll never forget the smell of those pines and the smell of the pines in that wood cabin. Alrighty, 350 maybe, 357. Now in the morning we release the rail. 97 correct, 260 denial, 1 incorrect. And like I say, running this many boxes and the way I'm running them, it's bound to happen. But I don't worry about it. Truck and rail, truck and rail, truck and rail. Get the trash picked up again. I seen one old guy. He was streaming, and there were trash bags out here everywhere. All right, before we start this next day, we're going to go and take us a little short break. So we'll be right back. to it. Through this door might lie a record within the next 3 days in the game. So we got to check it out. First, let's check, make sure I'm doing the right thing. Truck and rail. There goes the rail coming off of there. And I need to go over to here. Turn the rail on here. See, I tried to color code all of this. All of those rails are going to go in there to go along with the rest of our box count. Open the door and away we go. Here we go. All of those boxes got to come off and go in there, plus the rail that comes through today on both ends. So we'll have a 500 box day, maybe a high 500, might even hit 6, shit, I don't know. We'll just have to sit back and wait and be surprised or act surprised. We just need the boxes to keep rolling in the door. That's all we need. As long as they keep a good flow to them, the boxes will keep coming in. There's 48 already. Will we break the record today? I don't know. We're headed toward 6 mil, I know that. Them are all boats. They come off, I think, the next day. Airplane's still loading. I'm glad it ain't no way in hell I'd be able to hand count 600 boxes in a day. They are rolling on through that door, ain't they? 128. $144, 160. $176. 192. $208. We're gonna be close. Still boxes on the shelf. There's another 16. There'll be 256 coming up. Still boxes on the shelf. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Gonna keep them boxes rolling. All right. I appreciate all the likes and all the subscriptions. I appreciate you taking your time out of your day to watch me. There's another 16. 288. Just about got the shelves empty. Got one more over there. It's pretty full on the one end. 320. Will the record be broken? I don't know. Keep them doors open. Keep them boxes coming in. 336, 352. You gotta be somewhere close to 500 at 7. 368. We got 1 hour left right now. So at 368, 400, we need 200 more boxes to reach 6. That I think we might be able to do. I'm just not sure about reaching 692. 416, 432. Boxes still coming in. Need those doors to open about 3 more times. I think you get, I want to see how many boxes. I haven't ever looked to see how many boxes are there when the door reopens. I tried to paint those up in the truck and it won't let me. Okay, this door is fixing to close for the last time. Damn it. Shit. I wanted to find out how many. Well, it's 464. I mean, the boxes are flowing good. But what's in here is what we got. I don't think we got 200 boxes in here. $512. Airplanes the next day. Let's see how we're doing down here. Nope. I don't think we're going to break it to airplane day either. Ah! It almost hit me. 544. That white box, the last box. Looks like a last box on this end. Where's it going? It's going to airplane, so it ain't gonna count. You got one more box headed down here. There's 560 boxes. $560, $565, $571, $578, $15 more, $593, 7 boxes hit 600. Nope, ain't gonna make it. 596. Alright, let's get ready to go to bed. We'll release the boats and see how close we come. 334 correct. Hey, correct actually beat the Niles. Ha. Alright. Pretty sure the boats go. The boats sometimes get us close. But it's usually the airplanes that... There's a trash bag I didn't see. Alright, what goes today? We're going to add the boats to the truck and the rail. So let's go down here and unleash the boats. The airplane still gets to build up. The boats have built up for a week. And we got almost what, 4, maybe 8 full shells. Off they go. There go the boats. We ain't got to change nothing else. Get up here so I can watch the boats, make sure it don't get jammed up. Blow the candle out. The plus thing is on this one is we get the rail and train to go with what's on here. Smooth as butter, boxes rolling. That's what we want to see. $32. Will we break the record? Maybe not today, maybe the next day when I unleash all the airplanes. We'll just have to see. We were just shy of 600 the day before. See, that's why I had to detect. This was backing up. The rejections was. So I had to pull. I pulled truck and I think airplane off, which is one of the heaviest I get and one of the lightest I get, and sent them to the rejection door at the other end. Then the other ones go this way, trying to prevent the backup and jam up. And most of the time it works. Which this right here is not affecting how it comes in the door. I thought about putting another set of inspection machines behind these others, and I'd probably have to upgrade the launcher just once and then pull some more off of that other conveyor, but it would be a pain in the ass to do. That way when it got backed up on that conveyor over there against the wall, I'll show you which one I'm talking about. That way when it got backed up over here like it's slowing down right now, it would, if I put one of those little deals in there, it would take it and send it out here to the other inspection machines. And then I gotta hook it into here somehow, just like it is. And that would increase the flow even more. But it's not, it's flowing. I mean, the only reason it's stopping is just long enough for it to go in the machine. Because I could set the machines right here, and they go back probably to about here if I line them up right. But sometimes it can be such a pain. But I'm tempted to do it. But like I say, it'll take up some space. Not have to line them up just right. But getting rid of the rejections is again the problem. Those rejections would have to launch way over to here. But I am one redneck that would try it. crazy old rednecks that would sure try it. Let's see if he fixed this. Nope. I sure was hoping he'd fix that. I don't know why that's there. Don't even need it. I ain't got no more curves on that palette. That's paint. Go see if I got a curve outside. Whoops, I'm not going that way. I'll get nailed by a box. Let's go this way. But I don't think I got any curves left. Yeah, I do. While there's not nothing coming. Put that there. I'm going to take this and put it right there. This crazy ass redneck show thinking about it. Uh-oh. Billing. Oh, gotta pay my bill. The first one. The last one always has to be stamped. But let's cargo. Let's add cargo and a launcher. We're going to see if it'll work. I box up my pallets so they don't take up no much room. But I need to grab me a box to see if it'll launch it first. I need a box. Any box will do. How about you? Now this is just a test. That ain't a launcher. I could have swore I ordered a launcher. I guess I didn't. Let's go get a launcher. Can't do the test without it. Now, I don't think it'll do it without upgrading it. I really don't. But we're not going to upgrade it until we know. Let's don't worry about that. Now, if we set this box on here, will it launch it over both machines? No. Okay. Let's upgrade it once. Now, will it launch it over both machines? Why, hell yeah. Ha ha. I don't know where this goes. So I'll just set it back on there and let it do its thing. But it'll work. How you like that? But now I got to figure out it's got to come off of here straight into here. And only when it's backed up. No, what the hell I bought this for? Give me my money. We would need something I ain't got, wouldn't you know it? Y'all are going to get to see me at work. It's what I like to do best. And that's take an idea and make it work. These right here, if you read, splits parcels into 3 streams, prioritizes empty routes. So, if the route is empty, it'll send it this way because this route will be full. And I could just break it off right back here if I wanted to. I think I'll do that. I don't need no pauser. Need to set this way back here out of the way. This one's already upgraded. So we'll send it through right here. I mean, I'm looking for ways to hit that 700. I am damn close to it. Now, wait a minute. Idea. What if I'm pulling truck and rail from here and sending it through here? What if I pull the other two off here? Ooh, you'd be taking all the pressure off of that. But, but wait a minute. If I pull those two off and send them to those two off and send them here, because only truck and rail. I mean, let me slow down and back up here a minute. If I sent uh, airplanes and boats this way, all that's going through these here are airplanes and boats. That's it. If you think about it, I mean, nothing else is going through. So that means all that shit is airplane and boats? Then it's got to be. Truck and rail. This is truck and rail. Oh, I could pull truck and rail. What the hell is this? What was this doing? Oh, that's when I was pulling truck and rail and sending them this way, but it was overloading these three. Okay. We're going to pull truck and rail from up here and send them through these last ones. Because this door here, truck and rail is coming out of that door and that door. I pulled them here and sent them this way, and it was too much of an overload. So if I pull truck and rail off of here, only airplanes and boats should be going through that one. But there's another problem. When it comes to this one, I put it in front of this. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Launching it all the way over. It'd have to jump from here it'd have to jump from way back here all the way over those. I don't want to do that. It's like jumping another machine. And there's not really a way to get the rejected item because I forgot about this one. It would do all of these except for right here. Now I could shorten it one, but that's still like over, that's still way too much to jump. And I don't think it would, honestly. We're talking about launching it from right here. See, because I was thinking I put a curve here, shorten that to where it just went around there. But I'd still have to set the launcher about this close. Now would it launch that box? Let's go still a box. Any box will do. Let's get a big box. Don't ever forget this goes on an airplane. Nope, not without hitting the machine. Almost, but not without hitting the machine. Now if you upgraded that one all the way, oh shit, I hate to see this. It might work. Go get that damn box, boy. It's on the rejected. You can't let it get in that chute. Gotcha. I gotta get ready to take off after it. That's pretty cool. But I'd have to leave this one. Let me see what I'd have to do up here. Okay. We'd have to curve, come out here, go over here and curve. But after this, I could bring it right into here, move this stamp over to there. But anyway, this is for another time. It'd take me forever, but y'all see what I'm talking about and how it would work. Yes, I know I'm a loony bin. Or maybe I just started to say maybe I could come over here and put a set back behind these and just launch them once and then ship those over here. I don't know. I'm going to bed. I got a record to try to break. But it might work. I mean, honestly, it might work. I'm either going to have to break it off and send it over here. That way I can use these belts over here to send them to the rejected. I mean, I'd have to move them down the way they leap over. Because, as you can see here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 I'd have to come out with. And I've only got 2 here. I had to come out 4. That would bring it right up against this. But I could set up another set back here. And instead of jacking with all this and making it leap that far, and just take the shit from this door and send it over here and hook it to the back machines, and then leave these 2 doors for the front machines. Or I could just set it up out here and have it take the good stuff and send it straight down through here. The stuff that don't have to have a sticker or be inspected, the stuff that's already been approved, and send it right down through here from back here. That would relieve a little pressure off of this. Because I can always, the stuff that's got to go back in, you just send it right back over there to that line. I'll think about how I want to do this, and I'll do it at a different time. But we're going to get out here right quick. And we got to release the planes tomorrow. And boy, we might accidentally have a chance at breaking the record. I don't know. 692 boxes is hard to beat. Oh, I forgot to submit everything. Oh, well. I better get my ass in there and stop everything, because I'm going to have a bunch of incorrect shit this next day. That's already because I started jacking with that. Because I don't think I walked around. Whoa. Well, you little shit. I appreciate all the subs and all the likes, and you know, let's see. Yep, planes go today. Alright, let's come down here. Turn that off so they'll go straight into that hole. I want to see if I submitted all these first, because the boats are gonna. No, I didn't. Ah, shit. Oh well. The boat's got 14 in it. As long as they don't hit 16, it won't submit, right? So if I don't let any go in here, maybe that won't submit. I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't forgotten to do this in so long. So I got to jacking with that other idea in my head. Alright, let's turn this on. Release the airplanes. Give me a ticket for an airplane. Let's go. Let's see if we can beat that record, and I need to stand over here so I can kind of keep an eye and make sure this don't jam up. See, I'll show you what I'm talking about real quick. Instead of hooking up a complete another line, I can just take the stamp machine and it'll go through there and just do like it's doing here. And just pulling the good airplanes and boats out. And then only stuff that needed to be looked at will go through here. There's no sense in something that's already been approved coming from that first door down here through here. If I can pull it off and go ahead and put it on a line where the stuff's already been approved. Oh shit, I got nailed by a box. That shit hurt. I mean, I could set up a complete another section over there, but why when only boat and rail are coming down through there anyway? I'll just pull out the good boat and rail, let only the boat and rail that need to be inspected go through that machine it's going through. And I think that's going to be my best bet to keep that flow going a little faster over there. That I can take the ones that need stickers and all that stuff, send them right up through the machine, then they'll be inspected. The trick to getting a lot of boxes, when you got to run in a lot of boxes like this, a lot of pre-approved shit comes in. And the trick to getting a lot of boxes is getting those damn things out of the way so the ones that need to go into machines go into machines. You follow what I'm saying? I hope so. Because I'm a little bit lost myself. No. All right. We're at 12 o'clock. We're up to 160 boxes. I just don't think. I mean, of course, I didn't think I was going to hit 692 the other night either. But I just got a feeling there's 700 boxes somewhere. And one of these days, one of these nights, I will hit that 700 mark. I mean, I was just freaking 7 from it. No, 8 from it. I was 8 from having 700. And all of the doors wasn't full. So if I could have got another 8 boxes, I'd have had 700. $256. Keep them bad boys coming. Let me get out of the way before I get hit. But I want to look. And see how many boxes. See, we got a denial right here. That denial could be pulled out of here. Every denial and approved could be pulled off of this line. The only stuff that needs stickers and stuff should go this way. See, that could be pulled off. It's an airplane. Every green and red sticker could be pulled. There's another red. There's another green. There's another red. There's another red. They could just be pulled out and sent on the way. Because the decision on them boxes is done made. I mean, if somebody else has done your work, don't do it again. That's the way I look at it. $368. Boy, I don't even look like I'm gonna get 600. Damn, come on. I need that count to get on up there. This should be at about, well, it's not even at 500 yet. I don't know. It might surprise me, but I don't think so. But I did get that 692. I was getting the lower 600s until I put that other system in over there. And that's what kicked it on up a little bit. And I guarantee you if I put that other system in, I will hit that 700. Some people like to watch me put it together. Some people don't like me watching me build it. So, you know, I tell you what, y'all just let me know. Would y'all like to see me work on it and build it? Or would y'all rather me build it and then y'all come in and see it work? What is y'all's opinion? Because I'll do it either way. I'm a stubborn ass. And any of you folks from Missouri out there, you know, show me state, I'm going to show you it'll work. I'll show you I can get 700. BT is the man with the plan. My bosses always call me an idealist because I was always coming up with ideas to make shit simpler and easier. If I seen a problem, I thought about it. Sometimes it may take me 6 months, and all of a sudden, it would just hit me how to make it better. And that, my folks, is job security. Because I didn't take no bull crap up there. They come over and tell me to turn the machine up. I'm like, you gonna be responsible for what comes out of the end of it? They're like, well, no, you're running it. I was like, well, you just need to move on. I said, if I'm gonna be responsible for what comes out of the end of this thing, I'm gonna run it as fast as I can to get the best quality as I can, and that's it. You want me to be like some of them guys on days that have been here so long they don't give a shit? That all they want to do is satisfy y'all in box count? Because I ain't going to do that. 656. Do we have another 44 boxes in the house? Another 44 boxes in the house. Anywhere. Somewhere. 672. We are 20 boxes from tying the record. 20 boxes from having 692. All right, let's do our submit. Let's see what we come up with. Don't y'all let me submit them damn boats over there. Another 9. 681. Y'all may be fixing to witness a record being broke. Oh, that don't help much. 684. This'll help. 697, a new record. 697 is the record right now as it stands. Hold on, I gotta take a phone call. Yeah, my son's got to change the brakes on his car, and he needs a floor jack. My stepfather sold all of his tools. My floor jack was in his garage, and the guy he sold it to took that too. All right, we got 697. 3 boxes. 3 boxes from having 700. We're going to break the record. We already did. 692 is the record. We're 5 over the record. Oh, crap. There's nothing in there. Ah. Wait a minute. Planes don't run tomorrow. So I got to do this. Before I forget, I'm all getting all happy about this. We got 12. Guess what? We got 700. 709. Y'all have just witnessed me breaking a new Wearhouse record. Plus another 5. 714 is the new record. 714 is the new Wearhouse record for one night. Y'all witnessed it right here. We did it. I can't believe it, but we did. I didn't think I'd get it broke. I really didn't. The way the box count was going, I was like, I'm not going to hit it. I said, dang it. And then, bam, I'm like, shit, I'm close. Oh, man, y'all all, there's 6 people in here. I ought to get a like for doing that, for breaking a Wearhouse record. I mean, come on, guys, give me a like at least. If you'd like to subscribe, I try to stream this game once a day for 2 to 3 hours, or at least to get through the pinpoint time that the record may be broke. And if you'd like to come back and see if I break it again, be sure and sub and subscribe, and we'll see what happens. Because it's not going to happen Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And my son's fixing to come by here. He's fixing to come by, and I got to go out there to help him look for that. Look at that. Wow, 714 boxes and no incorrect approvals. 0. God dang. Get a big hell yeah. Oh man, that is crazy. But anyway, got two choices. I can go into a be right back, which might be 30 minutes, might be 45 minutes. Or I can sit there and just end the stream and y'all can catch me tonight, because I promised somebody that I'd do schedule 1 tonight. So, and I got to be off of here in an hour anyway to cook. But I appreciate it. Y'all tuning in. Y'all got to see me break a record. Wow. Pretty frigid awesome. Pretty frigid awesome. But this is what I call just chatting. So we can sit here and chat for a minute if you'd like. But we're fixing to call off the... What the hell is that? How did that get up there? I don't even know what it is. Oh, that's something on my computer. It's not in my stream. But anyway, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm still, for some reason, my chat notifications, I don't know whether it, because OBS is acting weird, or Streamlabs is acting weird, because when I start to log in, it asks, Streamlabs asked me to log in on it. So I log in on it and it shows shit is upcoming. Well, then I turn around and log in with OBS, and then that shows it's upcoming when I do manage stream. Now, when I turn it off, when I turn live stream, when I turn Streamlabs off, where it don't pop up and try to go live, it still shows me as upcoming. So I got to figure out what the hell's going on there. And for some reason, the live chat works. Some alarm works sometimes, and new subscribers pop up, and it says shows your name and everything else. And sometimes it don't. Now, people told me that comes through Streamlabs, so you have to have Streamlabs in. And I'm like, well, right now, I'll tell you this. I got Streamlabs chat in my OBS, and it is not working at all. Now, if I turn it off, well, shit. Okay. Big deal. If I turn on Yahoo chat, it's not even connected. So let's try. Okay. Streamlabs chat. There it goes. Now that is working. I don't know what's going on. This is driving me up the wall. But anyway, I appreciate y'all tuning in. We broke the record. So you can tell everybody you watched old Tex break a record tonight. Take care. God bless.